off the cuff or whatever. It can come any type of way or whatever, but it's all good.
Oh man, most definitely. It's still all good though. It's I think because I mean this is what people want. They want not scripted. They want realistic conversations.
Right.
They want things that they can identify with.
Right. Right. Right.
Unfortunately, we haven't been given a lot of that, man, within our time span, especially from an educated point of view. Sometimes
Right.
it's too egg-headed or too stuffy and it turns people
Right.
off. So I'm with it.
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody who has joined in to listen to the Understanding a Man podcast. And of course, we try to deliver a little bit of information, sometimes from a male point of view. And this person that I have that's going to be partnering with me on a journey that we're going to do this evening. We're going to do something a little differently, y'all. So I have Mr. James Bush. You guys have probably seen him on a couple of the podcasts that we have done, and so this individual, he is a black male therapist. Okay, out okay, nah, that's got to be specific about that.
You got to be specific.
And located in Tennessee. All right,
Yep.
and he's been on the Understanding a Man podcast before. And so, again, I just want to thank all of our listeners for joining. You can continue to follow us on all platforms at Elam B King and on YouTube at Understanding a Man. And so, I'm doing him dirty tonight, y'all. I'm gonna do him dirty because I did not. There's no preparation for tonight's conversation. Okay. Um, but
Do we
before
have
I
a
dive into the do's and don'ts of tonight, I want to just have Mr. Bush come on board, introduce himself, let him know who you are, what you're working on, what you're doing in these streets. Mr. James Bush.
Oh man! Well, first and foremost, the king
That
has
was pretty
come.
good. That was pretty good.
The king has come back, baby. What's going on, Elam? Man,
What's
for
going on,
those who don't
man?
know me by now, my name is James Bush. I'm a licensed with James Bush, the therapist. I'm a licensed professional counselor in a bunch of states. The ones that ain't revoked me, but that's another story for another day. Just a little humor.
Hmm.
Got stuff working on December the 2nd. We're doing the Let's Have Manversation Conference in Huntsville, Alabama. It's going to be
Okay,
exciting.
okay.
It's going to be with it. We got some special guests, yours truly, and two other special guests, man. You don't want to miss it. Go to my webpage, go to my
Right.
website or my Facebook page, and you'll see some of the information. Come on in. Don't meet me there, beat me there. So,
Hey, so when is that, man? Because I need to put that on the calendar, sir. You ain't telling me about that one.
oh
I
man, hey,
missed that
look, I
one.
just got the details from it last Friday. It is
Okay.
December the 2nd at the
Okay.
NSS Center in Huntsville, Alabama.
Okay.
7 p.m. It's on the weekend, baby. When we about to get
Okay. So
into it.
7 p.m. 7 p.m. So Saturday 7 p.m. to win
Saturday, 7 p.m. to let me
until
yeah,
right.
until like that. Yeah, until my man. And so
Okay.
we about to get into it. I'm gonna
Dude,
bring
can
the
I get
brothers
can I
together, giving
can I
them
get a seat up
practical
front?
information.
Can you ask him? Can I get a seat up front?
Oh man, dude, look, man, look, man.
I just gonna
I
ask.
got, I got you, I got you. So that's coming. We've got some other special events that are coming. January the 21st, we'll be in Pensacola, Florida, and we're going
Okay.
to do someone with a live taping from the Mind of a Man show, where men discuss all
Okay.
things men. Got to get into it. We got to holler at these things. So, ladies, we love you. Y'all have y'all platforms, brothers. We got ours now. So,
Mm,
even
mm.
let's not let the guests wait too much
I was
longer.
gonna say that don't. Okay. So let's dive on in real
Let's
quick.
dive
Right.
into
Okay.
this right now.
Oh, okay. So I want to ask you a couple of questions. I have about four or
Okay.
five questions I want to ask off the top, and I know it's going to expand beyond that. But I want to ask you just a couple of questions to see what your thought process is. All right. So the first one we're going to go to is okay. So the Queen, just passed like a week or
Okay.
so ago, right?
Right.
Right. And so the person in succession was King Charles, right?
Right.
And so his wife is Camilla,
Camilla. Yeah.
Camilla. Okay. Camilla, if we had to keep this real, okay, no disrespect, okay. Camilla was a side chick.
Yes. Yes, she was.
So the side chick is now moved up into the queen spot without the queen. She's not the queen, but she's the
Right.
queen. She's
Yeah.
the wife of Charles
She's the
King.
queen of the side pieces.
Okay. All right. So I want to say this to you because I talked about this a week or so ago with some friends. You know, are the side chicks winning?
Are the side chicks winning? So that's my question. Are the side chicks winning?
Yes, sir. Are the side chicks winning?
To be honest with you, I've had that asked that question a couple different times within the last month. And what
Hmm.
I've come to find out is that for the side pieces, whatever their desire is of the situation, that is what they pursue. Now, all side pieces are not created equal now. And we must
That's
we
different. This is different. This is
we
different.
we
Okay.
must remember now that
Hmm.
some people they have their own agenda of what they
Okay.
desire. Some individuals that are quote unquote side pieces, they like playing on the sideline. They like being able
Okay.
to come in and come out as they desire because
Okay.
that's what they desire to do. They want their own space, they want their own time. Okay, so let's do a little bit different. Some of them may be introverted, so they like all the hoopla and their attention. Then all of a sudden they're able to go back home and recharge and do whatever they want to do. Wash, rinse, repeat as they desire.
Okay. Okay.
But then some of them may desire to be in the forefront
Okay.
because it's something to say about that. Now you about to chime in on something. What's wrong, Elam? What's going on?
No, I'm absorbing. I'm absorbing, and I want to say this as you answer this question. I want to be very clear. Okay, we're not condoning any extra marital pieces. We're not condoning extra unfaithfulness inside of relationships. Okay,
We're
but
not.
I wanted to look at this because some people, there are some um, entities of people out there
Uh
that
huh.
might say, okay, well, you know what? Looks like that the main chick is like the I'm winning over here,
Right.
you know. And so did Camilla win for the side chicks? I mean, just the long term. Yes, he gonna be mine, and I'm gonna be a queen. I mean,
I
is that
mean,
what happened?
let's do this. Let's do this. Let's look at how long this process took to unfold.
Hmm.
We're talking about maybe what early '80s
Right.
that she was
Be
in the
careful, and we got to be careful in the space that we walk in here. But
right.
I just, we got to look at it holistically.
Oh yeah, holistically, she was in the early '80s.
Uh-huh.
She was doing what she was doing,
Right.
and so now we're in the year of 2022, and things have manifested to where they are right now.
Hmm.
That's dedication, if I've ever seen anything like
Mm.
that. And so when we're talking about goals and agendas and things that people desire, this is possibly what this individual desired. This is some things. And then also, too, we have to look at the climate of men out there now. Because some men, they don't want to have uh, the quote unquote traditional relationship. They would like to have, where they can go and get over whatever they need to get at any given
Right.
time.
Right. Right. Right.
Why? Because as they age,
Okay.
they necessarily don't want a girlfriend. They just want somebody they can.
Oh, you're gonna make them not like. Why are you saying that? Don't say. What do you mean? Where are you getting this stuff from?
Where I'm getting my stuff from, I'm getting it from statistics. I'm getting it from AARP,
What's the
Silver,
what statistics?
Silver,
What
Silver,
statistics? Where are you getting this from?
AARP. You can go.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I just looked it up Saturday night with another psychologist.
Uh-huh.
You can look at the divorces from ages 50 to 70 years old are up now, and they're called
Okay.
gray divorces and silver splitters. And you look at some of the reasons why these
I gotta
divorces
write that down.
are occurring, and some of it is from physical abuse, some of it's from sexual abuse, some of it's from infidelity, and the list goes on and on. So
Uh-huh.
then the hypothesis is quite simple. If you look at it, a lot of individuals at that age bracket of 50s and 60s, their houses are paid for, their 401k is what it is. They don't necessarily want another situation which can
Right.
interrupt their peace
Right.
of mind
Right.
of what they know it to be.
Okay.
So that's why some men that I've seen, that I've worked with, what they will do is they will have someone to have a little fun with on the side.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying what it is and what they report back to me.
So what is the gray divorces? What does that mean?
That means that they are divorces that occur after the age of 50 years old, and they are
Really?
up right now. Yes,
So it's got a name to it. Greater for okay. I'm gonna write that down.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Look it up.
Okay. Let's just keep it rapid fire really quickly. Let's just go
Okay.
to the next question really quickly. Okay. So there has been a movie. If we stay along the lines of King, right?
Okay.
There has been a movie that has recently come out
Oh,
that's called The Woman King.
okay.
Uh, so what has been shared with me is that okay, Elam. So you have as we were talking earlier, King Charles, okay,
Yeah.
and then you have Queen Elizabeth, right?
Right.
Okay, and so man, king, woman, queen. Okay, so we have now a movie called The Woman King, and let me just dive right into what the challenge that has been shared. You're smiling, but I just want to say it because I think you're thinking it. But Queen Elizabeth just went for the past 70 years. Definitely a strong woman and has rocked and rolled and done her thing. Not saying anything in regard to her. I'm just saying that this woman just went 70 years.
Right.
Okay. Um, Running things. So queens run things. Okay. Um, and then over here we have the definition of king, which runs things as well. Um, is how do you feel about the title Woman King?
Well, actually, to be honest with you, I didn't even pay attention to that until you said something
It's
about it.
right, it's rapid fire. It's rapid fire. That's
I
why
didn't, I
it
didn't
hit
pay
you.
attention. I didn't pay attention to it. I paid more attention to the fact that in that movie that depicts the enslavement of our own African ancestors. So that's what got me. And then to have the Woman King titled on top of that type of depiction, and then we have the writers who are not of African American descent or anything or African descent. So that kind of like puts me in a little different situation. Have I seen the movie? No. Have I done some of the research on that? Yes. My point being is it's an agenda that will more than likely not go away. We thought it would be, but not necessarily.
What agenda? I don't understand. What are you talking about? What agenda? I don't understand.
The Woman King. What is the significance of a woman king? Now that you just said that, what is the significance of a king being a woman? I mean, isn't there a queendom? And we have Queen Bee, we have the Queensborough. I mean, what is the significance of it altogether? I mean, I really don't see it. But
Is it that being a king is stronger than being a queen? Is it that I mean, we've had throughout our years of history, we've had queens that have just been rocking and rolling and doing their thing, but the title is what was spoken upon of as if, well, why can't it be the woman queen or the queen? And watch this, hold on. Would you go to the movie that was the man queen?
I'm gonna be honest with you right there. No, I would not.
Why?
I don't think that's something. I mean, I think
That
the
is that's a little sexist and biased and everything else. I don't understand what you're saying
whoa,
right now. Why would you go?
whoa, 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 whoa. There are certain movies we like to see and we like to enjoy. There's movies we don't. I mean, the fact is that I didn't go and watch. I didn't go see Titanic when it was in the theaters or anything like that. It was just everybody raved about it. Desperate Housewives was on television. What was up to me or anything like that? That was just something everybody raved about. So just as in our popular society, there are things that the machine gets behind and it pushes or so, but it's not necessarily my cup of tea. So that's that.
So you wouldn't go see the man queen?
What am I going?
Okay. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Rapid fire, rapid fire. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. See, listen, y'all. I told y'all James was not ready for these questions tonight, but we're gonna bring them forward because we're just trying to just get an understanding. These are just things that some people are asking. right? And just want to get an understanding of them. All right.
Right.
And we're gonna keep on going. Okay. So here's the thing. So you are a therapist, am I correct?
Yes, I am.
And you're located where, sir?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay. And if somebody wanted to acquire your services, do you do virtual?
I do virtual. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Virtual and or in office. How can somebody get a hold of you before I go to my next question?
Oh man, they can get one. They can Google me, James Bush Nashville, or man, they can go and they can get a hold of me through my email, James at bushcounselservices.com, or James at just James Bush as my web. James at just James Bush. That's my other email address.
Okay.
Or they can. I mean, many different ways. Social media platforms. Mind of the Man Show. James Bush the Therapist on Facebook. No, I'm available.
Yes, sir. And let me tell you something. This man, I'm pushing his buttons tonight, but he definitely drops some gems at all times, and you're gonna continue to hear that this evening. But listen. I'm a, I'm I'm a poke the bear a little bit more. Okay, come on. All right,
Right.
James Bush the bear. I'm gonna poke you real quick. Okay, so, since you're doing coaching, since you're doing counseling, since
Mhm.
you're speaking to men and women, but let me just share with you that recently, inside of my coaching services, I've noticed there's been an increase of influx of men that have had the following situation as a challenge in their home. So I wanted to see what your thoughts are and what can you
Okay.
share here. Okay. How do you coach men,
Uh-huh.
husbands? How do
Right.
you coach them husbands? All
Right.
right. That feel neglected in their home by their wife. Let me be clear. Once again, how do you coach husbands
Uh-huh.
that are feeling neglected by their wives in their home? How do you coach them?
Well, first and foremost, we got to go to the root of the issue. The root is that there's neglect. So there's potentially some neglect, abandonment that has happened from the wife to the husband. So now that man potentially needs to be built back up. That's why he's coming to you, Elam. That's why he's coming to me.
No, but that's
Oh,
assuming that you're saying that the man is saying it and the woman is doing it. So is that it's
so the
because
man
just
said
because he's
what?
saying it is doing. I mean, he's saying it.
He's saying that she's neglecting him.
Yes, he feels neglected.
Right.
But I just want to make sure that I don't want anybody to feel attacked as if, okay, as he's saying it, then it is. Okay. He's expressing this challenge
Right.
in the home.
Right.
So I want to be fair,
Right.
right, in saying that. So
Right. But
uh,
the thing is, but again, at the same point, these are his feelings. This is his eye gaze on what's taking place in his life. Now the thing is that we can't do couples therapy with just one person there. But at the same point in time, what we can do is listen to this brother and entertain him on what he needs to not feel so neglected. What are his goals? What is his answers? What is his outlook for the relationship? Was there any plan, anything from that perspective? Maybe, maybe not. And so we have to dive in deep.
I'm
I got
taking
to hold
notes.
him accountable.
I'm taking notes while you talking. I'm
Oh,
taking
I got to hold him accountable just like I got to hold her accountable. So if this is taking place within the household, there's possibly some dissonance or a disconnect that we have to rectify at some point. And if we don't do that, then neglect can turn into other things. Side piece season, man, number 4.
why you had to end with the side piece thing? That's
Side
going.
piece season number 4. I mean, how
What
many,
is that? I don't understand. Uh huh.
How many people have you coached where you've seen the whole the side piece chronicles, man? Number 1, 2, and 15. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, we are past that. We are past it being a nuance. We are past it being appalled or anything like that. These things happen on a consistent basis. Guess what? With the internet and the technology and the dating and the apps and everything like that, it's very
Mm,
easy to find someone who will fit your fancy at any given moment.
mm.
Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's where we are. Now the thing is that we have to be more intentional about our efforts, and we can't bury our head in the sand when it comes to these things. Because guess what? You will find someone to give you that dopaminic rush for that good little moment.
Come on, dopaminic. And that's real. That rush
Look,
is real. What did you just say? Can you break that down? Because some people might not understand when you would just talk about that dopaminic rush. What is that?
okay, so
Because
basically,
no, I'm sorry. Before you go into that,
okay.
this is something that I think that us as men need to understand what that is. That dopamine, that hormone, that driving space. The same reason why that some people jump off of bridges. The same reason why that people get on roller coasters. The same reason why that the thrills that exist out there, a crotch rocket of having a Harley Davidson. You know what I'm saying? In your latter years, this is something that is inside of us. This level of dopamine seeking. It's why people do drugs,
Yeah,
right?
chasing a high.
To get that high, right?
Yeah,
But we can just say it minus artificial pieces put inside of us, drugs. Um, when you said that dopaminic space, I need you to expand on that because I don't want that to go over
well,
anybody's head of what are you saying?
so it's something natural that I mean, for men or anything like that, we're looking for that dopamine, those neurotransmitters to give us that high, to give us that rush, to give us that excitement, that pleasure. We get pleasure from eating, we get pleasure from sleeping, we get pleasure from doing some necessary chores around the house or whatever fits your fancy. But when it comes to sex, that's a whole ball game in and of itself. And
Hmm.
so now you have guys who may be in a rut of a quote unquote neglectful relationship, and they're looking for some form of excitement. So guess what? They go and they find somebody, not a victim, but someone who is willing to partake in an event with them. Now, guess what? That dopamine is something that they've never experienced before. It does not make the experience better than what their wife is bringing to them. It's just new, and that's all it is based on. And as they continue on that path, it gets the same dopamine response that they got the first time they did it will not be the same that they got the next time they done it. So that's what happens sometimes.
So is new important for men? Would your advice be to a wife to create new intimate environments to help with with the intimacy within their marriage? Would that be your advice?
I would definitely say that would be something. I mean, it goes back to Chris Rock's stand-up show, Bring the Pain, where he said you just basically got to recycle it. You got to find ways to make it new again. You got to make it exciting again. Because the person that you were at 25, hopefully you're not the same person at 35. So your ideas should change, your moods should change, your desires are changing, or so like that. When you are having the necessary conversations that are open, honest, and authentic with one another, then potentially you can fit into that groove and you can slide into something that is suitable for you in that time span. Because we all
Mm,
go through different seasons of our lives. Some people hit their sexual peak earlier. I hear that sometimes women in their later ages, 50 or 40 and 50 and up, they have a
right.
renaissance where they're doing them as theirs as well. My point being is that we have to continue to have those conversations authentically wise, and be able to be open about our needs one to another.
Okay.
And if we can't do that, then we're doing ourselves a disservice and the relationship.
Ugh. Okay. Rapid fire. One more question, man, and then we're gonna wrap up and have to go to the next episode or whatever. But I want to throw this one out here to you. All right. You all right? Are we
Yeah,
doing all right?
yeah.
Okay. 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 All right. So listen, this is September, which I think is the third biggest month, and then you have June, which is the second month, and then October, which is next month, right, is the biggest month for marriages.
Okay,
Okay, so it's the biggest month that people go and get married.
okay.
All right. What advice would you give to a man right now that says that he does not need to do pre-marriage counseling? Hold on, wait. Let's meditate on this moment. I want because I just hit you with that. I want to give you like 10 seconds to just think about this space. Just
I don't have to think about that one right there.
and I know you don't, but I'm just trying to just drag it out. So just walk with me. So I want you to just think about this for a moment, even though I know that you already are, because we're talking about a lifelong decision. We're
Yeah,
talking about something that is absolutely beautiful. something that is statistically you're looking to sign up for forever. Um, and even though we'll do research on a home and a job and and a car, we won't do the same level of research within an entity that is at a 70% divorce rate failure inside of the minority community. But with that being said, no shade of anybody who does not want to do pre-marriage counseling, but I just want to just walk down the street really quickly, and then we're gonna have to wrap up. That I shouldn't have wrapped up here because we might go like 20 minutes. Um, what advice would you say, or what would you say to a man who walks up to you about to get married, and he's just kind of like, I don't need to do pre-marriage counseling. I'm good.
Okay, well, I would say, man, make sure that you have your dollars in a row that are ready to surrender to your partner, soon to be partner, at the
Mm,
appointed time. You know,
mm,
because the statistics don't support you. The fact is, who signs up for a voyage without doing the necessary research on the travel that they will be plotting? Who
mm,
does that? I don't know too many people do. That's not very smart. It's not very intelligent, and especially in this day and age where we have the talented tip, W.E.B. Du Bois, et cetera, et cetera. My
right.
point being is that why in the world would you go, and especially then, and then also the age breakdown. Let them be under 20. Let them be under 25. You know, the prefrontal cortex is not fully formed yet. Your decision making is off. So you still want to go do this? Okay. Let them be men over 35. When we're looking at, okay, so now you're a little bit settled. All right, well, kids, what does your life look like? You're not middle aged just yet, but there's some decisions that need to be made. Do you
Mm,
know who yourself? Do you know yourself? Have you taken the
mm,
journey of you? Are you in your purpose? Are you walking? Are you walking in your purpose just yet? At that point, maybe,
mm,
maybe not, or anything like that. What are you looking to accomplish?
mm.
What are your hands actively engaged in? And
I'm
then
looking
also
to
to,
I'm looking to accomplish get being married and staying married. What are you talking about?
but I'm gonna ask you this: that person that you are going to make this walk this journey with, how do they complement you in that? What can you guys do together? Is this a 1 year plan, 2 year plan, or man a 30-second plan? You let me know. And my point being in all of this is that we have to get to the point where we are first and foremost more emotionally intelligent about ourselves. Also, to working
Mm,
on that traumatic experiences that we've had in childhood. No, it wasn't Junebug, it wasn't Pookie, it
mm,
wasn't Ray Ray and all them.
mm.
It was some of the stuff, man, that happened to you in childhood that has perpetuated itself and triggered you into the relationship that you're in right now. So my
Okay.
thing for the brothers and the sisters is that, hey, look, let's work on those things more effectively. Because
Okay.
guess what? If we don't know, our counterparts don't know what is going, we potentially will not know how to work with that individual. Okay, you got anxiety disorder. Guess what? I'm going to go take some classes to learn how to love you even more through that anxiety. Say you got ADHD, adult ADHD. I'm going to learn from James, or I'm going to talk to Eden or somebody to find out how I work with someone that has that as an adult so that I
Okay.
can love on them more effectively. But if I
Okay.
am unarmed and I do not have the necessary weapon with me, then man, I will die on the battlefield. Simple.
That you just made being a husband a little bit unsexy. I need you to cover me a little bit better because that sounds like a lot of work, and I don't understand. I love this person. We're gonna get married next month. No, we haven't done pre-marriage counseling, but we love each other. We have a great plan. We're gonna have 2 kids, in the house, and she makes good money. I make good money. The sex is good. Her teeth is nice. My teeth are nice. My
Right?
mother gets along with them.
I love it. And
Why are you minimizing or saying that this is something I gotta go seek counsel? Like why? I heard what you just said, but I didn't hear you.
life comes at us in peaks and valleys. At times, man, when we're not prepared for that spouse or that partner who may have cancer, or that spouse that's involved with infidelity, or that spouse who's involved with some type of financial issue, they just lost their job, they're suffering from severe depression, severe mental health disorders, man, potentially suicidal. So
Mm,
life comes at us in sometimes the most awkward ways. Maybe your spouse, man, has an eating disorder. What are you going to do with that? How sexy does that look to you, or so like that? Now you're neglecting her because maybe, man, she's binging and purging, or maybe she's gained a voluptuous amount of weight. What do you want to do in those moments right there? I wait.
Mm.
There is
We're
nothing
going.
too much you can do because guess what? You have identified her with man yesteryear. You loved on her from where she used to be. But maybe she's going through something
Mm,
and now you do not have the necessary tools to support her. That's what
mm.
premarital counseling is all about. Because it is the foundation, it's the preference of giving you the necessary ingredients so that the cake can taste like a damn cake as opposed to man something else. Simple. But we don't want to do that though.
So the cake, it tastes like the cake. Okay, hold on. How much time okay, we gotta wrap up, man. That was the rapid fire for today. The married people gonna be mad at me. Okay, um I want to say first of all, Mr. Bush, thank you so much for just coming on board, and we're going to continue to do a little rapid fire. We probably going maybe once a month. I can't have you on every week because
No.
I'm gonna lose listeners if I have people on. If I so I want to every blue moon have you come through, and there's just a couple of questions that need to be answered. Um, and you know what? These little fruit flies, I can't stand them. So I want to ask you, where can people follow you if they want to, maybe dive a little bit deeper or whatever, and have a little bit further conversation about some of the things you said tonight, or just you in general.
You can find me on Twitter under Mind of a Man. You can find me on Instagram on the Mind of a Man Show. I have the Mind of a Man Show. It is a podcast/radio show that is based off of iHeart's platform. We will be retooling up next month. We're gonna have some
Okay.
great guests. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do it something a little bit differently, anything like that. But also, you can let James at bushcounselingservices.com. You can send me an email, or you can just basically hit me up on the phone, 615-504-0805.
And thank you so much for just sharing the information that you have tonight. I think that I probably lost maybe about 10% of my listeners, because the information that you shared was real, and people don't like that. So I just hope that I'm gonna definitely bring you back so I can lose another 10%. Um, if I keep listening with you, I won't have an audience in about 2 3 months. So if that's what we got to do in order to get the truth out here and there, that's
Oh,
fine.
boy.
Um, Thank you so much, James. And again, this is the Understanding a Man podcast. Just wanted to come on board and just share some information, just really quickly. This is lightning fire with my man James Bush. You're going to continue to see that over the next couple of months, because this we gotta we gotta tell the truth about some things, or we have to shed light on some things, or we just have to ask some questions about some things. So thank you so much for joining us tonight, Mr. Bush.
Man. I wish I had more time on that, man. I wanted to dive in a little bit even more deeper. I mean, it's like
Hey, it's
who
rapid
told
fire,
you
dog.
who told you you wanted to be married? Did you grow up with to a parent household or something like that? Who
Okay,
taught you
let me
some
hit
of the
this
articles
end
on
button. I
monogamy?
know I can't fool with you, man.
Who
No, the
taught you?
end button.